Schopenhauer's views on women are perhaps the most controversial aspects of his philosophy, not because they're outdated, but because they force us to confront uncomfortable truths about human nature. In a world obsessed with equality, his brutal honesty challenges our modern sensibilities. So what did this 19th century philosopher actually say that remains so provocative even today? Schopenhauer believed that men and women are fundamentally different, not because of social conditioning, but because of biology. He saw men as creatures of reason, driven by ambition, intellectual pursuits, and the desire to leave a lasting mark on the world. Women, in his view, were governed primarily by instinct, focused on security, survival, and immediate concerns rather than abstract ideals. This isn't just about differences in priorities. Schopenhauer argued that these distinctions extend to how power is wielded. Men seek power through direct means, conquest, innovation, and dominance. Women, he claimed, achieve influence through indirect methods, manipulation, beauty, and emotional leverage. He didn't see this as inferior, just different, a form of power that operates in the shadows, often more effective than brute force. Perhaps most controversially, Schopenhauer viewed love as a biological deception, an illusion created by nature solely to ensure reproduction. What we experience as deep emotional connection is, in his eyes, simply biology tricking us into fulfilling nature's agenda. Men are drawn to youth and beauty because these signal fertility. Women seek strength and resources because they indicate protection and survival value for offspring. The romantic idea that love is eternal, a fantasy. Once attraction has served its purpose, reproduction or security, its intensity inevitably fades. This view strips away the poetry of relationships, reducing them to biological transactions designed to perpetuate the species, not to create lasting happiness. Schopenhauer also believed that men and women exist in different time orientations. Men live primarily for the future, sacrificing present comfort for long-term goals and achievements. Women, he argued, are more present-focused, valuing immediate security over distant, uncertain rewards. This creates a fundamental misalignment in how the sexes approach life's challenges and opportunities. His views extended to society as well. Schopenhauer believed that women's influence should remain contained rather than expanded, because he saw them as driven by emotion and immediate concerns rather than reason and long-term thinking. He feared giving them too much control over social structures would lead to instability and decline. But here's where things get interesting. Despite centuries of social progress and shifting gender roles, some of Schopenhauer's observations continue to provoke debate. Are men and women truly the same in their drives, motivations, and cognitive processes? Or do biological differences create inherent distinctions that no amount of social engineering can eliminate? Modern psychology has confirmed that biological differences do exist between male and female brains, from structure to hormone influences. Yet we're increasingly told that gender is entirely socially constructed. Schopenhauer would argue that this denial of nature creates unnecessary conflict and confusion. The uncomfortable truth might be that men and women are not designed to fully understand each other. They operate on different wavelengths, motivated by different priorities, and wired for different forms of power. This doesn't make coexistence impossible, but it does suggest that expecting perfect alignment is unrealistic. The question remains, has the modern reshaping of gender roles created a more harmonious society, or has it introduced new forms of dysfunction by fighting against natural inclinations? Schopenhauer would argue that ignoring fundamental differences doesn't eliminate them, it only creates resentment and unrealistic expectations. Whether you find his views offensive or insightful, Schopenhauer forces us to consider whether our current understanding of gender is based on reality or wishful thinking. And in a world increasingly defined by ideological battles over these very questions, his perspective remains as provocative and possibly as relevant as ever.